Brown Stadium. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Cleveland Browns. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it third down.
Here we go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Bears first down.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets him to about the 44. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Here we go.
On first down, right back to Herbert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 on their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now it's Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on fourth down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Here we go with Johnson.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there, but I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it, and offense trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Fields. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Jabril Cox from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Fields. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Santos' kick is up and through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The Browns had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
A give left side here for Herbert. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Fields. He's got the connection to Moore. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Moore, the man in motion. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Fields. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to record his 5th sack of the season. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Jakeem Grant deep for Cleveland. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Set. 24 down, he's coming.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Watson, off play action. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Set.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Herbert to start the drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Myles Garrett, the all-pro defensive end, there on the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
Here comes Grant on the return.
So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Open man is Arcega right side. Still fighting for more. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Fields slow there, complete to Mooney. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Looking to throw on second down, Fields. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here now a 3rd down and 8. A shotgun snap, Fields. Looking deep here for Mooney. It's caught inside the 25. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our scores. We are back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
On first down, it's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Claypool with another catch. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Browns' 28-yard line.
Again, Fields. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 16. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Being chased out left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Nose up, ready?
Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They run. It's Johnson. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Another nice He's gained 13 yards that time and another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they're fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Go.
To throw is Fields. Right side, Claypool's got it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. Now inside the 25. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Throwing again is Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that pick six, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's 21-3.
Next to score, Browns 21, Bears 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Fields now on second down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go, son. Go.
Fields on first down. Buying time to his left. Able to hit his target, Claypool. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Here's Fields. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now, and they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Pass to the right, there's Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To the air again, Fields. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, And field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They begin this drive with Chubb. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. There
he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Forced out to his left. That complete. It's Tyler Scott with it. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now left side on the swing pass. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, Predator, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. Myles Garrett in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They snap it to Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And finally taken out of bounds all the way up near midfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Fields. That'll be caught. It's Scott. And he's got this down to the 35. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Here we go.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Here we go, son. Go.
And one last throw here for Fields. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series.